was a point where my life started feeling very repetitive. Not bad, just repetitive. Every morning, the alarm would go off, and before I even had time to think, I was already moving. Getting ready, doing my hair, packing my things, mentally preparing for another day. And for a long time, I told myself that movement meant progress. And I think that's what adulthood slowly becomes for a lot of people. You become incredibly busy, but so much of your life becomes automatic. You wake up, you rush, you work, you come home tired, and then somehow you do it all again. And the strange part is, you can be doing everything you're supposed to do and still quietly wonder, am I actually going anywhere? I remember one morning specifically. It wasn't dramatic. Nothing bad happened. I was just driving to work and I stopped at a red light. And I looked around and everybody around me, and everybody looked exactly the same. Tired, quiet, on autopilot. And for a second, it felt like we were all just moving, without ever stopping to ask ourselves why. And then life starts moving very quickly. 1 week becomes 1 month becomes 1 year, and suddenly you realize how many days you've emotionally slept through. Not because you were lazy, but because survival mode can make life feel very small. We wait for weekends while the week passes us by. We're constantly feeling tired, not having enough energy after work for extra activities, losing excitements for things. Everything feels mundane. I think a lot of adults are functioning but not fully living. There's something emotionally heavy about repeating the same days, especially when you know deep down that you want more for yourself. And not even in a dramatic way. Not luxury, not fame, just more freedom, more peace, more purpose. We all have those moments where we sit around wondering about what our future looks like, not wanting to waste years. I wasn't happy, but I also wasn't becoming. And I think that's when something shifted for me. I stopped asking, why am I tired all the time? And started asking, what am I actually building? Because movement and direction are not the same thing. And I realized you spend years being productive without ever moving closer to the life you actually want. So now, I'm trying to live differently. Not perfectly, not dramatically, just more intentionally. I use my evenings differently. I exercise free will more. I try to not overthink. And I've put focus on trying despite fear. I don't want my entire life to feel like preparation for someday. I think a lot of people are quietly asking themselves the same question. Is this all my life is going to be? And honestly, I don't think the answer is quitting everything overnight. I think the answer starts smaller than that, with awareness, with honesty, with finally admitting to yourself, I want my life to feel different. And maybe that's where the journey actually begins.